Okay.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to See Where Rita's Cooking. This is gonna be a quick one, but before we get into it, if you're new here, it's your first time clicking on my video, welcome. I'm so glad to have you with me. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel, get notified, that bell so you can be notified when I do videos. You never know when I'm gonna do one. And I love doing them, just popping up like I'm popping up today. If you have been riding with me from the beginning, you know I love you deep in my heart. I just appreciate you spending this time with me. I try to make sure it's good time that you're spending. It's informative and informative, whatever and however. I'm trying to make sure it's a good time that you're spending with me, so I hope that you're finding that that's what's happening. And is that all the logistics and stuff? If you like my channel, share my channel with somebody else. The main goal is to get me some subscribers and some viewers and some love, because I love what I'm doing, and I hope you can feel that when you see my videos. So let's get into it. Today is game day. It's 2 o'clock on a Sunday. My boys will be playing at 3 o'clock, 3:30. Therefore, you know, it's time to get on into it. I ain't feeling my best, didn't get to make it to church, and whenever I can't make it to church on a Sunday morning, honey, that just hurts my soul. I didn't get to make it today, but God knows my heart. So, we're just gonna get right on into this, and we're gonna run this 2 o'clock. We're gonna try to be through. I'm gonna try to have my dinner ready by the time the game on. So let's get right on into it. You know, today we are going to be making taco soup. This is about to be so quick, so easy. I call this a dump meal. The reason why I say that is because we're gonna put everything in one pot. We ain't gonna be switching pots. We're gonna cook in here, we're gonna brown in here, we're gonna start soup in here. So it's really easy. Right now, what I have going over here is this is my big heavy. Y'all know this is Big Dad. And I've got it already on medium high. I've got a little bit of olive oil in here. And the reason why I say a little bit is because today I'm gonna be using ground beef, honey. Just good old fat ground beef. And you can do this with some ground chicken, of course. You know, you can do this recipe with some ground chicken if you like to. But today I'm gonna do it with ground beef. When I do it with ground chicken, I use a whole nother thing, you know. So we'll talk about that on another day. But today we're doing ground beef. We're gonna have some beans. I'm gonna use some beef stock. If you don't have beef stock, that's fine. I had some in the cabinet. Anytime you can replace water with a broth or a stock or something like that, that's a good thing. If it's not gonna change your whole recipe. So I'm gonna use some beef stock, and I'll probably still use some water, but this is just gonna give me mucho flavor. Of course, I'm gonna use some. I think I said beef. Let me get myself together. It's 2:01 and I'm thinking about football, and I need to think about this meal. I got my pot. I got my olive oil in here. The only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to put some onions in here, and I may put some minced garlic in here, though I don't have it up here. So I got onions. I got ground beef. I got 3 different kinds of beans. You can use any beans you want to. But as you can see, I've drained them. And the reason why I drain these beans is because I don't like the sauce that's in those canned beans. So I always drain my beans because I know I'm gonna have a bunch of flavor right here, and I don't need the flavor from the beans. I've got a dry ranch, and I've got a taco seasoning, and I've got all different kinds of stewed tomatoes. I've got this Mexican style stewed tomatoes. I've got some petite diced tomatoes. And I've got, of course, something for some heat, like some Rotel. I use this red gold brand. It's just as good as Rotel. It's got a really good taste to it. I drain this as well because I'm just funny like that, you guys. I don't know. You don't have to. You don't have to drain anything. What's so easy about this recipe is you can just dump everything from the cans into this pot once your ground beef is ready. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna season and brown the ground beef. And how I'm gonna start this off is I'm gonna take some diced onions. Now these onions, I would say they are roughly, I'm gonna say chopped onions instead of diced, because they're not teeny weeny. And the reason why I use this big size is because this is a soup and you want them just hearty. You want the onions to be hearty in there. You don't want these little bitty pieces of onions. I know my family's gonna be like, oh, these are big pieces of onions, but they gonna eat it. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, so we're gonna put some onion in here. And because my pot was waiting on me, we already got that sizzle. I'm gonna give me some diced. Is it diced? No, it's let me look. It's minced. I'm gonna put a little minced garlic in here. Just about a Jethro size spoon. Y'all know what I'm talking about, my Jethro spoon. It's a big spoonful of juice and all right on down into that pot, okay? That's optional. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. What you're doing when you're trying to make a soup, a taco soup, any kind of soup, is you want flavor. And once you get a whole bunch of veins and stuff in here, you're not going to be able to flavor it. So get your flavors early. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is like 3 pounds of ground beef. Now it's not no expensive ground beef. It's just like a 70-30. One of those ones that come in the cube, because I know what I was doing with it. And it don't have to be fancy. It just can be some good ground beef. I'm just going to put all of this in here. And you know it's gonna make some grease. But for this recipe, that's fine. It's just more flavor. It's just more flavor. The fat just gives it more flavor. So we got our ground beef in here, right? So far we've got minced garlic, chopped onions, ground beef. That's it. Now for me, this is just me. I season my meat before it's done. And the reason why I do that is because I like to cook. I want my flavors to be in my meat. I want it to be in everything that I'm gonna eat. So y'all know that that's how I am. I'm down for the flavor time. So we got some salt. We got some pepper, and this is a new one, so let me open it. Okay, don't show out. You know how my stuff tries to show out when I get on the thing. So we got some pepper, black pepper, right? This is a heavy pot, so I'm gonna turn this up a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to have to put y'all on pause, but I may have to because I don't want y'all to just watch me cook ground beef. This is some garlic powder. Okay. This is some onion powder. Think about how much stuff is going to go in here. I got to still put beans in here. I got to put all of my tomatoes in here. I've got to put a whole box of beef stock in here. This is 32 ounces. So when you're seasoning, be liberal with your seasonings. I say all the time, I can over salt, but I can't over season. That is my thought process. This is some red pepper flakes. Now, it don't take nothing but a little of this, and if you're scared of hot stuff, I would say don't even play with this. But we're not scared. We love hot stuff over here. So I'm gonna put some in there. All right. So now we're just gonna play with this a minute and let it get brown. So how many Dallas Cowboys fans we got out there? I love the Cowboys. I said that NFC East is so tricky. It changes from day to day. Like right now, the Giants are beating Washington Redskins 40-0. Washington was #1 in the East, and they've lost their last 2 or 3. I know we beat them. So, I ain't sad. So this is just ground beef with onions, chopped onions, minced garlic, and salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. You might say, girl, that wasn't a little bit, honey. That was not no little bit. Now, I will judge after I have browned this ground beef if I want to drain some of this fat out. If this was a leaner ground beef, I definitely wouldn't drain it. I would leave whatever is in there because this soup only benefits from the fat. It only benefits from it. Did I tell y'all what kind of beans I like to use for mine? I don't like one thing. I think y'all probably know that about me by now, is that I love a lot of different textures and tastes in my food. So my beans are kidney beans, the red ones, and I use black beans, and I use chili beans. And let me tell you, it's a difference in this soup when I use chili beans versus pinto beans. I don't know why. They are different beans, but when I use pinto beans, it don't taste as good as when I use chili beans. So, and I drain the beans because I don't like the sauce that it comes in. And I probably already said this. It feels like deja vu. I feel like I said this to y'all. But anyway, I drain it because, you know, I just don't like that. I don't like the sauce that comes in. The sauce, to me, is what makes it taste canned. So I drain those, and I even rinse them off in cold water. This looks like it's going to be fine, you guys. I'm almost through browning it. You know, it's a lot of ground beef, but it don't take long to do no ground beef, to brown no ground beef. Now, one thing about ground beef, for me, I don't like to add anything to it, you know, no other ingredients, and I could just dump everything in here and just let it get the going once this meat is almost done. But I just don't play with ground beef. I want it to be done. I know some people can eat some peak and some raw and some mushy and some what, but when you playing with a soup, I don't play like that. And with my steak, I really don't play with my steak. I want it medium well done, and I just want a line of pink. Excuse me. So sad, so sad. That's messing up a steak to you, you know. But we are all different folks, honey. And ain't no bad way. No matter how people try to tell you, if you're not supposed to do that, you might as well not even get no steak. No, I can get a steak. Don't you let it bother you, boo-boo. And even though y'all know ground chicken is bad, y'all know ground chicken is la booskay, okay? That's my boo, okay? But today, I just wanted full-fledged. I wanted it the way that I wanted it, okay? This ground beef is pretty much done. This pot is so heavy, you guys. But I'm going to attempt to drain this a little bit. So just hold on 1 second for me, you guys. I'm going to go over here to this sink, and I'm going to attempt to pull some of this grease out, because this is a lot of grease for me. This is a lot of grease. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's a lot for me. So I'm going to pour some of this off. I got my husband's house shoes on, so hopefully I don't slip around here somewhere and y'all hear a boom. Just call 911. Tell them I'm in the setup chat. Ooh, this is heavy. I should call my son. grease, but honey, we don't want to. We just don't want to swim in the grease. So we gonna keep some. We're gonna pour the rest of it out. I can't believe I did that with my bad arms, y'all. I'm proud. I made it. Okay, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to taste this ground beef. Over here, one piece where I know it's really done. Well, I just throwed it over there. Great. Let me see. I want it to be flavorful. This is the base of your meal. Nom, nom, nom. Pretty good. I'm gonna use this opportunity. I'm gonna put both packages in, you guys. This is the taco seasoning. Okay. Just pour it right on in. And the dry ranch. I use these a lot. I've used these before, remember? Try to keep these things in my cabinet. Certain stuff you just keep in your cabinet because you can always make up something. Beans and rice and ground beef or ground chicken or drumsticks or thighs. It's so much stuff that you can come up with, you know. Just make it up out your head. So before I put any additional salt or pepper or seasonings in here, I'm going to season this meat with this and see what it tastes like. Because right now, you know, we're driving home the soup. And this is the taste, and this is the base, and this is what it's going to taste like. And I can't hammer that to you guys enough. You can't season it after it's all done and all put in there. Ain't no seasoning to it then, you know. You have to get it like you want it before. And this is really smelling good. It's really coming together, and it's not taking us any time, right? It's 2:15. Okay? I'm glad I didn't put any more salt in there. Because it's fine, just like this. Okay, so now we have our meat. It's ready. It's been seasoned up really good with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. And we put a package of dry ranch, and we put a package of taco seasoning. So just some ads and all of that. Nom, 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 nom. Now we're going to pour these beans in. All of these little different kind of beans. Okay. The colors are just so pretty. If I was doing ground chicken, my beans will be white. I like to use a light color bean. Some corn. Some light colors. And then let the reds of the tomatoes and the tomato paste and all that stuff come through. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to start adding some liquid because it's time to. We don't want anything to start sticking. Put this out your way. This is my whole box of beef stock. I don't use beef stock that much, but I always like to have some in the cabinet. Okay, so this is a whole 32-ounce box. Okay. Whole box, okay? It's coming together now, baby. It's coming together. Alright? Bring y'all in some. Let y'all see what's happening over here. Let's see, I'm going to take it down just a little bit. Y'all probably won't be able to see me no more, but that's fine. We've seen each other. We've talked. We've had good conversation, right? So y'all don't care about what I look like. Y'all want to see what the food look like. That's it, you guys. That's the beans. And so we're going to add the tomatoes in. And like I said, this is what I call dump, you know. And be creative with this. Like, I want to have some big pieces of tomatoes in there like that. And then I want to have some small ones. So I'll do diced, and then I'll do stewed. And then I want to have some, a pop of heat in there. So I'll use the Rotel type chilies, you know, tomato chilies, right? And it's just going to all blend in here so good. And it's such a good, meal, you guys. So flavorful. Okay. Did I get that out there? Now I'm going to take a little bit of all of that out there. I just don't like stuff affecting the flavor that I think I'm going to get. So I'm really kind of picky about draining stuff because I know I'm going to put enough flavor in there. I'm going to make sure it's got some flavor in it, right? Don't they look good? Woohoo! It is 2:19, you guys, and we are almost through. Okay, we started at 2 o'clock. This is a little bit of tomato paste, and I just do this for myself. You don't have to. I want it to be a soup, but I want it to be a hearty soup, you know? I don't want it to be runny, and because at the end of the day, you're going to put this over some chips, some tortilla chips, right? That's where you're going to get your taco from. You're going to put this over some tortilla chips and some cheese. You're going to top it with, well, this is how I like to do it. I put my chips at the bottom. I put my soup on top of the chips. Sometimes I put cheese on top of the chips and then the meat. And then I still put cheese on top too after I put all my other tacos on there. That might be a little bit much, but that's just how I do it. And then you want to top it. You can top it with anything you want, you guys. The sky is the limit. Sour cream, lettuce, pico. What else do I like to put on mine? I like to put cilantro on mine and green onions on mine. I just be going wow, you know. But when I think about my tacos, I like my tacos like that. I like them to have a whole bunch of stuff on them, you know, and that just makes stuff good. I don't care what nobody says. So you guys, this is my taco soup. And we did this in about 20 minutes. And all this has to do now is just marry together. All these flavors have to come together. And you know what? I don't even need to put any water in here. It seems perfect. I'm going to taste the base with a spoon. I'm going to get another Jethro out of here if I can. Without knocking y'all down. And without my arm getting stuck. Okay, so we're just going to taste this base and see if we like the way it tastes. Now that everything's in there together, we got a little bean, little meat, whatever. We're going to taste it, see if we like it. I'm going to get out from over it. That is so good, you guys. And so all we're going to let this do is cook for about 15-20 more minutes and it's done, you know. All it has to do now is get hot. It's pretty much, you know, it's cooked. You know, it's ready. You're not putting anything raw in here. It's done and you got a meal. This can last you for some days. This is going to last us for some days. And, you know, when we get through eating it with chips at the bottom of the bowl, we might put it over some rice. you know. You might just eat it with some crackers like chili. It's so many things you can do with it, you know, until it's gone. And we usually will eat this until it's gone because everybody in the family likes it. So I hope this is something you guys will make. I'm going to plate it up later. Hopefully I'm in the view. Am I in the view? So this was taco soup. I feel like, I don't know why I'm trying to do it. I don't know why I'm trying to do this. This is taco soup. This is See What Rita's Cooking. And I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I hope this is something that you will make for your family. I think if you make it, you will love it. It's so easy, it's so quick, and you know that's me. Easy, breezy, eat. Say it with me. Easy, breezy, eat, honey. That's what I'm about. If you're a Cowboy fan, go Cowboys. And I think that's it for me today, you guys. I'm going to see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for all my views. I'm just over the moon. Some of my videos have over 1,000 views, and I'm just like, what? Me? Huh? But anyway, I hope this ain't all blurry in y'all face. You know, I don't know what's going on the other side. But thank you for all the love, and I love y'all right back. All my foodie friends, I love y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.